What is going on, killers? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm Killer Kurt, and this is Street Slayers. Real quick, before I get into what I'm about to do on this video, I wanted to give a shout out to I don't know if he's a subscriber or just a viewer. His screen name was Badass. I'm just gonna assume that's what it's supposed to be because it's BADAZZ. He noticed something, and I really appreciate it because it reminded me of what I didn't tell you. So this was the last video that I made on the Budget 2 valve that I'm building, and I'm going to show you what he was talking about. But before I do, when I introduced the Lincoln, the new car, hashtag not a drug dealer car, I ran into a problem, and he pointed out exactly what the problem is. So you see this time and chain guide here? This is the one that's held on by the tensioner. Well, typically the one with that little hump right there is supposed to be on this side. Okay, well, I don't know if this is a manufacturing defect or whatever, but for whatever reason this time and chain guide would not work on this side. I have no idea why. The viewer or subscriber mentioned that it was possibly shallower. I'm not exactly sure if that's the truth or not. The biggest difference that I found, I didn't do any like sort of depth measuring or anything like that, but this one has had a somewhat of a spacer on the backside, and this one did not. However, all I did was add a little piece of tubing to the backside just to give it that space, and I ground this one down. And I didn't really think it was that big of a deal, but good eye for him pointing that out. This is going to teach you two lessons. One, when you're dealing with these cheap parts that you buy off of eBay or Amazon, and you're not ordering from a more reputable performance-based shop like, you know, JPC or MMR or God, I can name a million of them. Yeah, you know, any of those guys that build modular performance parts, you're going to deal with either manufacturing defects. Most likely these were built in, like, you know, a village somewhere out in the middle of most likely these were built somewhere in a village with no electricity by a 10-year-old. I'm just gonna assume the worst. But so there's that. And number two is that, you know, when you see these videos that we put out on YouTube, we have hours put into a 10 to 15 minute short video that you guys enjoy. I'm not complaining. I really appreciate you guys viewing and everything like that, but what you don't see behind the scenes is what makes this the most difficult task sometimes. Really filming a video makes something that should take an hour 4 hours, and then on top of that you got to add editing into it. So that's that. I'm just telling you, like, you know, sometimes we do things that you might not understand why at the time, but good for him for catching me, and I just figured I'd give you a brief explanation. So now on to today's topic. Some people expressed concerns that I might have gotten rid of my truck just because I got a daily driver. No sir, I promise you, no matter what, I will always have a truck, and I'm kind of attached to this one. But addressing this situation here, that right there happened at Party at Ponies, and the only two people that were there to witness it was me and Car Mob. So yeah, I've been riding around for a couple months with this softball sized hole in my taillight, but I got a new one, so I'm pretty happy about that, because this is actually like OEM. It's a takeoff from, I guess, I don't know, maybe a wreck truck or somebody did an upgrade. But before I install it, I really want to try something. I'm going to attempt to paint my taillights. There's not very much of an aftermarket for the 2020 and up. I can't really seem to find a pair that I like. The ones that are available, and the OEM are actually, the design is really pretty cool. I picked up a LED third brake light. It was actually pretty cheap. I bought it at a little swap meet car show thing. So anyway, I'm not really going to do like a how-to. I'm just going to show how I did it. First thing I'm going to do is put some gloves on, just so I can keep the oils off my skin. I'm going to tape off the reverse light, and then I'm going to prep it with some wet sandpaper. There's the masking tape. This is just some water in a spray bottle. This is paint prep, some nightshade, and the clear coat for afterwards. Alright, killers, basically you just saw me prep it with 2500 grit sandpaper. I wet sanded it with this little spray bottle of water. Of course, you see me tape off the reverse light, and I used the paint prep, which if you watched any of my detail videos, which were incomplete, I used a paint prep that you can buy at like pretty much any hardware store. It is very super cheap and affordable, and we'll go over that at a different time, because you know, 'tis the season for washes. So basically did one light coat. I'm going to do another light coat in about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to do one nice thick even coat. So that'll be 2 light coats, 1 heavy coat, and then I'm going to let it dry for the night. So we'll pick this video back up tomorrow, and we'll see how it turned out. Alright, so it is the next day, and that is about as dark as I want it to be. I don't want it to be a cop magnet. After all, it is a white truck. So when you're using this nightshade, you will kind of notice like these, I don't know, it's like an orange peelish type thing, and that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly wet sand it again with the 2500, get some of that down, and then after that we're going to clear coat it. And when you clear coat these, make sure you use an automotive like enamel type clear coat. Don't use no cheap stuff. So I'm going to get on that, and stick with me, guys. Alright, now you're going to get this funky kind of hazy look, and that's okay. I just hit it with the paint prep again, and I'm going to clear it. is basically what you're left with. Now, I know it's not very dark. It actually is a little bit darker in person than it is on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the masking tape off. See how that turned out. And this is actually a couple days later. I wanted to give the clear coat time to do its thing. That gives you a little bit of a comparison. I mean, that's just overspray they got on there, but you can see actually how dark the overspray is. Mine turned out pretty good. Alright, so now you may or may not be able to see that's a little bit dusty, but there's a little bit of orange peel, and that's okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet sand this with some really fine stuff. Really fine wet paper. And then I got my 4-inch cutting pad. This is just a light cutting pad. And here is a medium polishing pad. So once I wet sand this, I'm going to cut it, then polish it, and it should be nice, and then we're going to put it on the truck, see how it looks. The final product. I'm excited. Let's go put it on the truck real quick. So that is the stock, and over here, this is the VHT. Definitely the look I was going for. Before and after. Pretty cool. That is all I got for you today, killers. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you will consider subscribing if you haven't already. It's going to help me out tremendously. It'll help you out too, because you're going to come along with all this cool stuff. And guys, I don't even get paid for this. I just do this for fun. This is why I started this channel, because I was going to do it either way. So I might as well bring you along for the journey. Before I close out the video, I want to give a congratulations to Horseplay Motoring, and another congratulations to Car Mob. Both of them have hit 1,000 subscribers. Guys, that's a great milestone. I'm trying to achieve that myself. Enjoy, and both of you deserve it very much. Also, another shout out for Mustang Mike 256. He hit 500 subscribers. Congratulations, brother. I hope you continue to grow, and I hope you pass me. So with that being said, guys, please, we put a lot of work into these videos. Just hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.